Welcome to the Hustle Not Hope Network, where we don't wait for handouts, we grind and we grow. This is another H&H conversation, and I got my brother.
Mr. Vibes here, yo, Chris Vibes, vibing and thriving with a different point of view here to challenge, not cheat your perspective and get you to see things in a different light. Don't forget, please subscribe and turn on the notification. Next to me, I got Let It Be, JP.
Yes, sir, Mr. Johnny Black, Mr. Big Fast Jack. Straight like that.
What you got for us, Mr. Fax?
Very, 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 very interesting topic today, man.
Yes,
I want
sir.
to talk about an excellent, impactful brother. Y'all familiar with Kevin Samuels?
Of course.
Yeah.
Kevin
absolutely.
Samuels, man. So, as y'all may know, Kevin Samuels recently, his birthday recently passed, and there was a lot of celebration about it
Mhm.
at different, different platforms. And one was on his platform, on his YouTube page and Instagram, right?
Mhm.
So it was on March 13th, right? So Kevin Samuels, let me give y'all a little background first. So Kevin Samuels was a image consultant from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
Had a varied background. Went to college in Oklahoma. Lived in a lot of different places. Sales background, but found his niche in image consulting right after his corporate career. He began a YouTube page. Initially, in his YouTube page, he was only talking about men's topics: how to improve, how to dress better, how to smell better, how to be more attractive to women, things like that. And then after about 3 years, he kind of transitioned, right? And he speaks on why he transitioned to focusing his conversations to women. But when he transitioned, he had one conversation with one woman, right?
Mhm.
Him and this woman had a conversation, and she was just describing the man she wanted. Like she had like a dog walking business or something like that, right? She said she made decent money,
Right.
and she was just talking about all these things a man had to be, right? And she was just unwilling to accept an average person, an average man as a mate. And Kevin Samuel rung a bell that was heard around the world when he said, "You are average at best."
Hmm.
This video went super mega ultra viral. He became a household name almost overnight. Over 1.25 million YouTube followers, which is a very hard thing. About 1.5 million Instagram followers.
Mhm.
Um, and he just after that had multiple viral moments. But one of the most important things about him was, I think it's because of his sales background, he knew how to ask questions, right?
Right. Right.
He knew how to make people reveal themselves, right? So I'm sure y'all familiar with Kevin Samuels, but what do you all think was the most impactful thing that you know about Kevin Samuels?
I mean, I think that right there is was it to me, as far as putting a new perspective on women and how they think of themselves instead of them projecting outward on how they think of everybody else. Look at yourself. Okay, you
Mm,
want everyone else to be according to your standards, but what
exactly.
are you?
Being self-aware.
Right, exactly,
Being
exactly. So I
self-aware for
think
sure.
that's kind of what pushed him off
Yeah.
into a good spin or whatnot with his platform or whatnot. And it kind of it upset a lot of people, but at the same time, it was to me as a man, it was like a breath of fresh air. Like finally somebody is speaking and revealing these things, the things that me alone could not get a population of women to hear and understand. But yet
Right.
on his platform, he got it
He
going.
expressed it in a way
Exactly.
that it was acceptable
Right. Right.
and understandable,
Right. And he was
and
professional with it
he
too.
was
So
very professional.
right.
Very,
Right.
very he was impeccably professional,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so about self-awareness though, one video that I actually rewatched last night where he was talking about improving your value, right? And he was talking to men. He
Right.
wasn't even talking to women. He was and you think he go hard on women?
Mm-hmm.
Like and I never thought he went hard. I thought that he just was straightforward, right? He was so straightforward with the men. If you ever get a chance, if you ever really want to take a minute to look at a Kevin Samuels video and understand his straightforwardness, go to the video on his YouTube channel, improve your value, right?
And that's
And
him
man,
talking to
it's
men.
talking to men.
Right. So a lot of people can't say that Kevin Samuels
Oh man,
was
they just don't
dogging
know him.
women.
They just don't know.
No, he
They
was
just don't know.
doing both
They watching
sides.
clips. They
Right.
they not watching this channel. So JP, what do you think was really impactful from your individual perspective about Kevin Samuels?
Okay, so Kevin, this is the reason why you had to listen to Kevin, because he was an established man. This isn't somebody who's speaking on. He's not coming from, okay, y'all should be doing this, y'all should be doing that. If you want a man like this, this is the man that you want. You want this man. You looking at the man that you want, and you can go and check my background, and my background gonna tell you this, and this.
Right.
I've made it. I got to this point. I've reached this point, and I am the man that you are desiring. I am the man that you are desiring.
Right.
You know.
Right.
So if I'm sitting here and I'm telling you, don't no man who sits on this tier wants to hear what you have to tell me, when you yourself, you know what you're saying is coming off as delusional, baby.
Right. Right.
What you're saying is coming off as
course.
delusional, and you're stuck on that, and you're stuck on that because you got other women who are enabling your bad behavior.
Yeah.
You got other women who are enabling your bad behavior, and they boosting you, and they got your ego to a point where you outside of reality. Now here comes a man. Okay, and I gotta disagree with y'all too.
What's that?
Because I don't think Kevin was that professional. I think Kevin was super duper raw.
Well, I mean, he had his moments.
I think he was super duper raw. I'm gonna tell you like this.
I can tell you why you think he was super duper raw.
That's why I respect him.
I can tell you why you think he was super duper raw.
Because I heard him. That's why.
I got you.
Go ahead, tell me something.
I got you. But see, the thing is that when you hear men communicate with each other, you look for it to be straightforward. You look for it to be like cutting like a knife, right?
Yeah.
Because we have always had a saying that steel sharpens steel, right?
Right.
That's always been our saying. But with women, we've always believed that when we communicated with them, we had to give it to them in a way that it curbed the edge. You know what I mean?
Right.
So when she said, "Do I look fat in this dress?" and you see 3 biscuit rolls, you gotta say, "No, baby,
you
look
all
man,
around
you look
what you're
good,
trying to
baby.
say,
Look,
right.
no, baby, it's fitting all up here, and you know your legs look good. You can't, right?
Yeah.
That's why we think he was raw like. But really, in actuality, a guy said, and I can't remember who it was, and I can't remember exactly who it was, but he said he let his 80-something-year-old grandmother hear Kevin Samuels. And you know what she said?
What?
She said, "I love the way he talk."
Right.
The reason she said she loved the way he talked, because she said that men, when she was growing up, that's how the men talk.
Yeah, so nowadays the world is changing, and
exactly.
we
to pussified.
Right, yeah, exactly. So
we pussified, for real.
in my point of view, and probably a lot of men's point of view, he was kind of turning that
he was changing the narrative.
Right,
sure.
right. He was turning it back, in
For
which
sure.
it should be like that. You know,
sure.
nowadays you can't say 2 words to a woman without,
For sure.
but she can say that to you.
Exactly.
Toxic
And then, see, let me tell y'all something. We've always been taught how to treat women.
Have women been taught how to treat men?
We've never been taught what to expect from women. But women have always been taught what to expect from men. But they've never been taught how to treat men.
Yeah, that's deep right
You
there.
hear me, man?
Yeah, we should definitely.
They know what to expect. They know to expect you to do A, B, C, and D. But they don't know how to treat you.
Yeah.
But we know how to treat women. We know that we're supposed to go and open the car door. We're supposed to pay for dinner. If she got kids, we come over, supposed to bring them some fruity snacks before we take in the room and smash.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Because otherwise, who raised you? As TK Kirkland said, right? Otherwise, who raised you, right? We know how to treat them, but they don't know how to treat us, man.
Right. You know, even at a young age, we're being
Exactly.
groomed, we're being trained and taught, you know.
Exactly.
But let's say you have a young son and a young daughter. You're going to teach him, hey, open the door up. Hey, do this, hold the bag, do this, and carry this in for mom. But what do the same people show their daughters? Not, you know.
I'm going to be honest with you. a group of people that I have
Mhm.
watched and take so much pride in
Mm.
learning from Hispanic people.
They teach their daughters.
Hispanic people teach their daughters to serve the brothers.
Yeah,
Wow.
I've been to a
Wow.
few
Serve the brothers.
been to a
Clean
Mhm.
up
few
the
weddings
house.
and
Do
Mm.
and the
birthday
sons,
parties and all that
hey,
kind of stuff.
get up, go clean. You
Right.
working on the weekend, you're doing
Mhm.
this. Like they teaching them equally, right? And I've always found a lot of wisdom in the lessons that they teach their kids, man. And I try to take as much as I can from them, man. You know,
Mhm.
for sure, for sure, for sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah. For
yep,
sure. For sure.
yep. Last thing I wanted to say about Kevin Samuels is I think that his birthday celebration really showed the impact that he made in so many people's lives, right?
Right.
Being from, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, the man had an impact that was worldwide. Has a Wikipedia page, man. You understand me?
Mhm.
A monitored Wikipedia page, right? So now listen. So people who love him contributed to, his platform during his birthday celebration, right? How about, man, you saw people hating on the people who were contributing. And I'm talking about not small contributions. I saw some
Mhm.
$1,000, multiple $1,000 contributions to his platform. And
On
he been dead a year.
right, but I mean, people.
And people were like, why y'all contributing?
Mhm.
Why y'all giving? He ain't gonna get it. And he dead and all this. But he was so impactful that people were moved
Right.
to
By
contribute. And
by
people
his
still send super stickers, still send things, contribution to his platform right now today, man.
right, because he had an impactful, take on the world or whatnot. I
Yeah,
mean, people
yeah,
don't say nothing about Michael Jackson. They
man.
still come and
Not
see
only
him.
Michael Jackson
They shut
though.
down the road and
Where we at?
everything. Elvis Presley, yeah.
I'm talking about, man, they still go to Graceland. And he
Right.
died how long ago?
Oh man.
Before we were born.
They
Right.
still go to
Right,
Graceland.
right.
They still go to Graceland. And
Yeah.
even though they know he stole everything he had, they
Mhm.
still call him whatever they call him.
From a black man in
King of pop.
Mississippi.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But
I got you.
I gotta digress on that because
Mhm.
all due respect to Elvis, and his family, but I'm talking about Kevin Samuels, right?
Right.
Kevin Samuels, man. Like the dude, the first time I heard the dude, and I'm gonna be real
Mhm.
quick. And I don't know if everybody had this this happening to them, but the first time I heard the
Mhm.
dude, he was still talking about me and stuff, right? And I was listening to him, and I told the girl I was dealing with at the time, I told her, I said, man, I just listened to a dude on the radio and he kicked me in the nuts from the radio.
Mm.
I felt like he kicked me in the nuts. I felt like he was,
Mhm.
you know what he said?
What do you say?
Because I had just lost a job
Okay.
and I was like, man, what am I gonna do, man? I gotta, I gotta get some stuff together. I gotta go back. I had Lady Bricks again. I gotta go and try to double up on this real estate. I gotta make up for this lost income, right?
Mhm.
He said, this is what kicked me in the nuts. He said, if you're not working 80 hours a week, don't tell me anything about you broke. If you not working 80 hours a week, he was saying
Mm.
that if you ain't working 80 hours a week, you the reason that you broke.
Well, I know a lot of people that work 80 hours a week and they still,
But guess what? They are trying.
Oh,
They getting up every
so
day.
okay, so that's his
They
point.
getting up
Yeah.
every day
Okay.
and they working,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But if you ain't working 80 hours a week
Mhm.
and you run around here, don't come ask me for no money
Right.
if you ain't working 80 hours a week. Because you ain't doing everything you can do.
Right.
It's just like somebody who can't swim jumping in the deep end of the pool.
Mhm.
Hey man, the lifeguard gonna come get you. But if you get to drown in the lifeguard, he gotta leave your ass where you at. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do everything you can do, man. You gotta follow the rules.
Right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Dude was hard, man. Dude was hard, and I'm talking about. I shout him out, man, a lot. I refer to him a lot,
Mhm.
and anybody who really wants to hear some truth,
All right.
you know,
So I mean, JP, you think Kevin was a little too hard on the ladies, or was he giving
Okay.
it to them straight? Was he unprofessional?
Okay.
What you think?
This the thing.
Mm.
Being too hard
Mm.
is sometimes exactly what you need. So if I'm coming off harsh, it's because of what? If you telling your son something, you
Mhm.
telling your kids something,
Mhm.
are you telling them this to hurt them? Or are you telling them this so that they can improve on something that's not gonna be beneficial to them in the future?
Exactly.
Right.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Mhm.
So
Exactly.
if I'm coming off too hard, baby, maybe I'm doing this out of necessity.
Right.
I'm not doing this to hurt you. I'm doing this out of necessity. So yeah, he did come off. He came off super harsh, which
But
was needed.
is him coming off harsh more of a perception issue?
No, baby, no, of course not. It's not
Do
a
you think?
perception.
All right, let me ask you this right here. Do you think that he thought it was harsh?
I'm pretty sure he, as a grown man, he knew it was harsh. That's why you did it.
Okay.
I think if he
Okay.
said those things
Okay.
to men, or he
He said it
did
to men and
he
women.
said, right, men were more used to those
Right.
words and that constructive criticism. Where it got harsh is when women reacted to it, and I think the world looked at it as harsh because, again,
Because they felt like they needed to do what?
What?
Protect.
right, protect. But women are not used to that direct type of criticism or being
Exactly.
corrected like
That's what
that.
I'm
You know what I'm
saying.
saying? So in order to
That's what
break
I'm
down the
saying.
brick wall, you got to hit it hard, right? So yeah,
Hey,
that's exactly what he
indirect.
did. Right.
That's right.
Right. Right.
That's right.
So,
That's right.
yeah.
So let me ask you this, JP.
Mhm.
So was there, because I have some, was there anything he talked about that you disagree with?
Okay, so me personally, that I disagree with when it comes to Kevin Samuels.
Mhm.
When he says certain things about women and how much you may weigh or like your age, how much money you make, all these things here, they don't necessarily give you a certain value.
Okay.
It's not going to put you at this tier because of these external things that you have. Because a lot of things that a man needs are internal, and I
Mm.
do feel like a lot of times he wasn't speaking on the eternal things that a man needs
Mm.
to blossom in this relationship. Because if you pour into me the things that I need, the things that only a woman can give, it's certain manners and certain ways that a woman supports you that builds you from within. And a woman can't give you that off of how she looks. She can't give you that off the fact that she has a degree. She can't give you that off the fact that, her body looks like this or her body looks like that. You know what I'm saying? You having these connections, that can't give me that in the household. I need a woman in the household, and that's gonna be something that is here. That's gonna be something that is here.
Mhm.
Like your personality is what's gonna make me want to do more for you. And I feel like he didn't speak on that enough.
Mm.
But outside of that, it's just about everything that he said. I personally agree with, but at the same time, like I feel like a lot of times we need a harsh delivery.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, I think women need aspects of love. Men need aspects of respect. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So some women don't know how to rightfully respect their husbands or their man or whatever. They kind of run over that boundary and wonder why he does not show them love afterwards. Well, he been disrespected. So
Mm.
and I think that yeah, definitely. So, but
Are y'all familiar with when he said FBI?
no, what's that about?
Okay, so yeah, CIA,
Mm-hmm.
which are the confident, uh, what was it, brother?
Intelligent.
Confident, intelligent, assertive
Mm-hmm.
men, right?
Okay.
But then he had the FBI. He had the feminine,
Mm-hmm.
beautiful, inspirational women. That's what he called. That's what he said women should be. He said men should try to be CIA, women
Mm-hmm.
should try to be FBI, right? And I think the I in FBI is what you're talking about, the inspirational part,
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
right?
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So he
Right.
taught that.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't hear that part.
He
Talk to
taught
me.
that,
Mm-hmm.
but he was trying to get them to realize A lot of times in the conversation, the women that he was talking to wasn't even ready to talk about feminine and beautiful and inspirational. They had to get their standards together, right? They had to level set their expectations, because the reason for this is one thing I think that a lot of people miss. This is one thing I think a lot of people miss. His prime. Do you have an idea, just really quick, because we're gonna wrap up in a second? Do you have an idea of what his primary focus was for his platform? This is gonna shock the hell out of both of y'all. I can tell already. It's gonna shock. It may shock.
I think it was
half the
a
people watching.
multitude of things, because he used to talk about men,
One thing.
and then he started talking
He had
about
one
women.
purpose for his platform. At first, it was men's improvement.
Right.
Then he went to one thing.
What?
And this
I
is
knew
why he
about
was
the
talking
men's
to women.
improvement.
Huh?
So I knew about the men's improvement.
Men's improvement. And then when he started talking to women, this was the reason he started talking to women, because he wanted to improve the marital situation of black people in America.
Right.
That was his whole purpose.
Mm.
That he stated that as a purpose. And he created a group called The Mix, where he had like 30, 40 relationships, 10, 12 marriages happen. And you look at all of these matchmakers and stuff, they don't got them kind of numbers.
Wow.
They don't got them kind of numbers. Like Dude was putting people together for a successful marriage, man.
Right.
That was his purpose. His purpose was to make men, to lead the community. And then when he did that, the men couldn't find women that fit. So then he started talking to women about, hey, listen, y'all want this, but you got to get yourself right so that you can, support our community. And that was his purpose. But the backlash was stopping him. But we could talk about Kevin Samuels all night. I think he was a great individual.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. Prayers go up for him. Definitely rest in peace for him. From God we came, to God we shall return. Any closing words, Brother JP?
When it comes to Kevin Samuels, man, I feel like we need another Kevin Samuels, because
Absolutely.
a man who's not afraid to be a man. That's one thing about being a man. It's me not caring what you think about me. I don't need you to like me. I don't need you to love me. I need you to respect me. And the only way you're going to respect me is if I respect myself. And that's with or without your validation. And Kevin was that dude.
Yes, sir.
I think you sound like Kevin Samuels that time. You the new Kevin Samuels for me. All right, you the new Kevin Samuels for me.
Absolutely.
All right, come on, brother.
Well,
We
ladies
vibe
and
and talk to
gentlemen,
me.
that is it for today's episode of Hustle Not Hope Conversations. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, turn on your notifications so you don't miss a beat. Today's ending words is: behavior is a mirror in which everyone shows their image. So please think about that and catch us next time.
Absolutely.
Peace.
Like, share, and subscribe. Hustle Not Hope. Going down.